cargo. All passengers aboard?
Cargo secured. All passengers boarded, sir.
All hands stand by. Engine room, reverse 1/4. Bowman, stop bow line.
Aye, aye, sir. Bow line away.
Engine room, head 1/4. Down black bell. Leadsman, sound off. Give me a depth reading by the mark. Mark 4. Engine room, head 3/4. Stand by. Steady as she goes. Captain?
Welcome aboard the Liberty Belle. I'm your captain, Horace Bixby. And the pilot with me here on the Texas deck is a young cub that goes by the name of Sam Clemens. And he's working his 100th voyage down the river today with nary a calamity on his watch so far. Sam knows this river like his own after all. Sam, tell our guests
figure it is better to keep your mouth shut and feel stupid than to open it when you move all down. Let me tell you this. I love this river more than anything else. I've loved this river even from the time I was a toddler back in Missouri. Before we get too much further out of port, I think I should mention that you best not be sitting on those handrails. They're the only thing between you and the river. And the river don't always take kindly to uninvited guests. We've also had reports of river pirates operating in the vicinity, so I wouldn't lean out beyond those rails for that reason either. Back, it was no more than a boom town carved out of the wilderness by a handful of settlers looking to start a new life. Today, the utility of Decorum are running rampant. Oh, it still has its share of footloose trappers, keelboaters, prospectors, and an Indian or two, but mostly it's flush time and well on its way to becoming a fine big city. Frontierland reminds me some of my own hometown, Hannibal. It takes me back to when I was a barefoot boy growing up alongside the riverbank. You know, it seems to me that when I was younger, I could remember everything, whether it happened or not. But as I grow older, I seem to remember only the things that never happened at all. Across the way on the starboard side was my stomping grounds when I was young. Exceedingly young. Marvelously young. Young by hundreds of years. Younger than I will ever be again. It's called Tom Sawyer's Island and is named for a friend from my boyhood. Even today, the only way you can get there is by raft. Old Man Harper's grain mill's there, back in the woods just off Tom's Landing. And that's Muck Potter's Pond and his windmill. swear, just wonderful. Me and Tom and I spent most of our wild and reckless youth exploring that island. Lots of pain, lots of adventure, if you know where to look. And we all knew where to look. That Superstition Bridge, it connects the Big Island to the Little one. And if you follow the Wilderness Trail there, it'll lead you right up to the gates of Fort Langhorne. It's the last trading outpost before we head into Indian country.
He can navigate the Liberty Belle on a heavy duty. Isn't that so, Sam?
Well, that was going home, Captain. But mostly it's worn off. Indian village to port.
Now that's something you don't see much out this way. That's an Algonquin Indian village. Looks to be from the Promenade tribe. And usually they stay further east. I've seen Seminole and this far west. And of course Shoshone, Blackfeet, Pearl, but I've never seen Algonquins out here.
Lots of game out this way. I've seen moose and deer and plenty of other critters along the shoreline.
That could be why the Powhatans are out this far. Just following the boot trail.
Yeah, there's a guide rail underneath the boat, yeah. There's that hatch right there is one of the pins that goes to the guide rail right there on the deck. So it's a guide rail, yeah. The wheel turns the boat, moves the boat forward, but there's a rail, there's no steering on the boat.
smoke and sparks blowing from the rooftops now. And the first time we passed this way, they thought it was the return of one of their daily messengers. They said our riverboat was a comet of the sun. Just beyond the village, up that hill, is their sacred burial ground. And those who fall in battle rest atop the traditional bed of death. After nightfall, they'll return to join the great warriors for honor to the tribe.
Attention deck watch. Shoals to port and starboard. Engine room, steady on.
We're entering shallow water, but there's no cause for worry. Sam knows every shoal and shallow, every snag and sandbar of this part of the river, and he'll navigate us through to safe water. He wouldn't steer us wrong, would he, Sam?
I believe we ought never to do wrong, Captain. Especially when others are looking. Leadsman, sing out. Captain, we're passing Cutthroat Corner. Attention deck crew, stay alert. If there's river pirates out here, this is where they'll most likely be. I can hear them from here. After all commotion, it sounds like their interests lie elsewhere. Folks on deck look past the trees on the island. That's Fort Langhorne. Most of these old forts started out as trading posts. Then as settlers started heading west, the army came in and took them over. My feeling these days, there's a lot less frontier and a lot more civilization than is truly necessary. Leadsman, give me a depth reading. Sing out.
Last call. Secure all cargo. All hands. Leadsman. Report.
Now look, that up, loud.
Captain.
Just beyond them.
Attention deck. Captain, we're passing cut. Can you folks? Leadsman, do you see that brick mansion back over yonder there in the woods? Indian burial ground. Now it's filled with spirits. If you ask me, I'd say the ones telling those tales are the ones filled with spirits. If you want proof, just ask them. They got about 100 proof, I reckon. And whatever you do, don't strike any matches if they ain't agreeing in your direction. And you won't just be seeing ghosts. You'll be joining. which is home port for us. We'll be putting in the dock shortly, so those of you on the upper two decks might be in line to collect all your parcels and head to the lower deck. We got youngins who want to take them in here when they get out of here. On behalf of the captain, myself, and the crew, thanks for flying the waterways with us, and I hope I see you next time around the river.
Thanks, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for traveling the rivers of America with us today.
Engine room. Approach levy at 1/4 speed. Man the bow line. Purser, check rate and cargo. All hands prepare to dock. All passengers, stand by to go ashore.
Welcome back, everyone, to Liberty Belle. At this time, please gather your personal belongings. Take small children by the hand and make your way down the stairs to the bottom of the boat to your left. The one and only exit will be at the bottom of the boat. If you are interested in exiting, you will find your exit at the bottom of the boat. When going down the stairs, please contact the conductor and remember to watch your step. It is sure going to be a magically hot day, but I do recommend that you take some water every hour. We'd love to see you all back here, but let's go riverboat. Welcome to Irvine.